I know. What a perfect way to start this broadcast. Hello, everyone. It's Georgia and Amina here. We'll obviously, as always, give it a couple of seconds to warm up so some people can join us. But we're going to talk all things Christmas. Hence why I've got my lovely Christmas tree in the background. I'm not going to lie to you, Amina. It did outrage a fair few amount of course reps at Rep Forum last week, but that's absolutely fine because at least 5 said they liked it. So here we are. Today, we're basically just going to kind of get some more feedback from you guys in terms of what you want to do over Christmas. Are you staying in Lincoln? Are you going home? And just kind of like let you know the support that we're going to offer and get some ideas from you guys for anything we're not doing. But we thought something quite nice to kind of start with would be to see how me and Amina usually celebrate Christmas. Because I know my plans this year have massively changed. So it'd be nice to see what kind of like the ordinary is and what we're doing this year. Amina, do you want to go first?
Yes, why not? So if most of you don't know, I was born a Muslim, so ideally people would say Muslims don't celebrate Christmas, they celebrate Eid, but I have celebrated more Christmas in my life than Eid, and I tend to get more Christmas messages during Christmas than when I'm celebrating Ramadan. So back in Ghana, usually Christmas festivities starts probably a week before Christmas, but ideally on the eve of Christmas, which is 24th, you have people going out, visiting families and friends, people traveling out of the bigger city to smaller towns where they come from, because that's where most of them have like lots of families. And you have people traveling from abroad back home to Ghana to spend Christmas. So it gets really, really busy with people who have stayed abroad for a long time coming home for Christmas to spend time. Of course, you have Christmas trees, Christmas hats selling all over in town, and it's unfortunate I don't have a hat yet, but I'm definitely going to get one. I'm definitely going to get one today. So the next time I'm here doing my Facebook Live, I would have a Christmas hat on to let you know that I am in. Look at Georgia. So yeah, we during Christmas we have lots of food, drinks, people, and it's just a period of merrymaking, which is why I love the whole Christmas celebration, because it's just long and it never ends, and there's so much to eat and drink.
I always like the like never-ending part of Christmas because it's that week, isn't it? Before, like between the 25th or like even the 24th until the end of the year, where no one knows what day it is, no one knows what time it is. Is it appropriate to drink, some eggnog or whatever at 2 p.m? Absolutely. How many mince pies? Too many.
Yeah, and it will be really interesting to let other students know from your aspect, Georgia, how Christmas is usually celebrated in the UK, with most international students being the first time in their UK now and having to spend Christmas. I'm sure they would like to know what Christmas is like in the UK.
Christmas is, in terms of celebrations for Christmas, I'll tell you my family's kind of like what we do. It does differ massively family to family. I know people who like basically do it like back to front to the way I do it. So we'd start every Christmas Eve by having a little Christmas Eve buffet. It's like really random foods, not Christmas related, but just like random Christmas buffet food at my mum's. We'd always open one present on Christmas Eve as well. So as a child, with the whole Santa bringing you presents, it always used to be a very funny thing of like, why are all the presents already under the Christmas tree? But I'll have that one. So we always start Christmas Eve, Christmas present opened, doing a little buffet. I think we always used to watch The Grinch or Elf. Polar Express also in there. Massive Christmas films on Christmas Eve, because Christmas Day is usually pretty hectic. But we'd wake up Christmas morning. The older I've gotten, the later I do wake up. But I can remember back when I was 13, that's quite an embarrassing age to still wake up at 6 for Christmas. But here we are. And then you'd have little Christmas breakfast. My mum always used to make sausage sandwiches and things like that, which is a bit of a weird one. I think that's families choose whatever they want to do for their Christmas breakfast. But we'd always do cooked breakfast type stuff, sandwiches. And then we'd start opening presents. Like presents had to be like the first thing. We're a very impatient like group of siblings in my family where we wanted to open presents as soon as we opened our eyes. So we'd open all of our presents, and then we'd have Christmas dinner, and then we'd go celebrate at my grandma's with like a big party with all the family, which is always so nice to see a lot of the cousins. Especially we have so many little babies in the family now as well. So I'm looking forward to lots of, I mean, there'll be virtual celebrations this year, but I'm looking forward to lots of little babies in elf costumes because that's adorable. But yeah, we do a whole buffet at my grandma's, actual Christmas food, and then we do it all on Boxing Day all over again at my dad's, where we do it the opposite way though. So I get a bit of both, where we do Christmas dinner first and then presents in the afternoon. So I like to spice it up. Too greedy, clearly, having a little bit of everything. But there's people that do like stockings. Like I think I got my first Christmas stocking last year, and it absolutely blew my mind. I was like, "Yes, please, this is what I need." They're usually full of like chocolates. If you're a kid, like little presents, so like little puzzles, maybe a book, that kind of stuff. And then I think like my version of a stocking growing up was probably like my Christmas Eve present, because then it's something to do until Christmas. But yeah, spend the day in Christmas pajamas, always fun. But yeah, I think like probably like the main thing just anywhere for anyone who celebrates Christmas, regardless of whether or not you celebrate it with like all the religious celebrations or if you celebrate it as a family thing, it is about like being together and spending that time together and seeing maybe family members that you don't always see all the time. So I love that that's like the one thing that sticks regardless of where you are and where you're celebrating it.
Yeah, it was exactly what I was going to say when I was listening to how your family and other people celebrate Christmas here, that there was one thing in common, and it was being around people and eating and making merry.
Which I think is what we're like obviously trying to do in terms of Christmas this year in Lincoln. I'm in Lincoln for my first ever Christmas spent not with my family, which is super like exciting, and I feel like an actual adult, which I am not yet. I'm a big believer in the whole like you technically become an adult at 18, more so at 21, but you don't until like later in life. I'm holding on to that principle, but it'll be quite fun to do things differently and to celebrate that way. So we want to make sure for all students out there, now that we've stopped our self-indulgent nostalgia, to make sure that your Christmas, regardless of how you usually celebrate it, if there's anything we can do to bring Christmas from home a little bit closer in Lincoln, or if there's anything we can do just to make sure that you have like a nice celebration, that you enjoy yourselves. If we are able to open our venues, which hopefully we will be able to, we want to do lots of Christmas film showings. So please do put in the comments any suggestions that you have. Amina, do you actually have like a favourite Christmas film?
I think over the years, I don't know if it's the same here in the UK, the TV stations in Ghana have constantly showed oh my goodness, have I forgotten the title of the movie? This young kid called Kevin, Home Alone. Yeah. It's been like every year, like within that period. I'm sure, yeah, Home Alone. Do they do the same here as well?
Home Alone is a very, very big Christmas film here as well. I think it's always on like Channel 4, like ITV, BBC, all that kind of stuff. The week running up to Christmas, you'll have like a Christmas film pretty much each day. And then the like 3 days of Christmas Eve, Christmas and Boxing Day, it's like all the films like over and over again. Well, we have a Home Alone supporter, thanks, Yell. I'm so excited. We watched last year in the Swan. I think it was Elf we watched, and we got like hot chocolates for everyone, and it was so nice just to like sit. I absolutely love Elf. I have a very fun story of the first time that I saw Elf when it first came out in cinemas. My dad brought me, my two siblings, and then his best friend and his children, and we were sat in the cinema. It was pretty much empty. I think it was like near the end of like it being in the cinemas. And all of my older siblings had kind of sat a little bit further apart to be like rebellious. And then me, my dad, my friend's dad, and his smallest child were all sat at the back. And my dad, Cineworld, if you're watching, you're not. My dad was there with like curly whirlies, just like loving them down the aisles, just all these like all of our bundle of family. It was very, very, very entertaining. So I have a very soft spot for Elf because it's incredible. Have you seen Elf, Amina?
I'm not sure I haven't, but it looks like I would be seeing it this year because it's in the comment that, yep, Elf won the vote last year. So looks like I'll be watching that this Christmas as well.
Incredible. I know Polar Express as well, in case anyone in the comments, please do like pop your favourites in. But Polar Express is a big one as well. I'm just playing with the Rudolph nose now as well. Well, antlers didn't last too long. Polar Express is a really big one for Christmas as well. It's got Tom Hanks being a conductor on a train that goes to the North Pole, which super exciting. It sounds much more exciting than my description. Love Actually, yes.
Okay.
How did I forget? Have you seen Love Actually?
No, I'm taking notes, by the way.
This one, that's actually really funny. Love Actually is probably the biggest one for what we've just been like talking about in terms of like family coming together and it being all about like love and celebration. There's always this really lovely part at the end of Love Actually where I think it's filmed in either an airport or like a train station. And it's basically where you see like all like the couples of the film kind of like meeting up and seeing each other. And it's all like a big reunion. But then there's like snippets of everyone else's families. Just kind of coming together, and it's such a moment where I'm literally getting like goosebumps thinking about it. It makes me so like warm and fuzzy. But it's the nicest end credits to a film I have ever seen. It is so lovely. I'm gonna have to create you a list, Amina, like a full list of Christmas films.
I'm all up for it because I'm guessing depending on what we'll be able to do for Christmas, who wouldn't want to watch a Christmas movie with hot chocolate, like you said? It would be really great to like be in that Christmas mood. And then the whole time you were talking about this, I just thought about do people have like what's it like with the Christmas carols and all of that? Because you know when you watch movies, you actually see people singing and going from like going around the streets singing. So I don't know if that actually happens as well.
So it completely depends, I think, on the musical tendencies of your family, whether or not you do carols like in the house. But something I used to do back home in my town, I used to go Christmas caroling every year. And it was basically where I'd go with like a couple of friends and we'd go and sing some songs. And usually people like will donate money because you'll do it for charities and things like that. But we used to in my primary school and I think in my high school too, we'd prepare like a kind of like lineup of songs, essentially of Christmas songs and carols, and we'd go and do them in like residential homes and things, for like older people and stuff, and just kind of sing and bring like a bit of Christmas cheer to like all different areas of kind of like our town and stuff, which is really nice. You don't tend to get as much of the American thing of it being like very kind of set up and either going like house to house or standing in like town centres, but we definitely do carols. I think my grandma always has, she always has this artist that's like 60, 70 years old, and it absolutely drives the family insane because from like the 20th of December, she pops it on the recorder, the record player.
I mean,
when it goes.
Yeah, I mean, if students think that we should do some Christmas carols over karaoke or something, I'll be happy to know like the list of Christmas carols that are your favorite as well. And thanks, Danielle. Danielle says she's going to help me with a list. Looks like we'll all be looking forward to having Danielle's list because she has all like list of so many Christmas movies that we'll be really happy to watch.
I am very excited. Yell is a Christmas fanatic and the best kind. If there's anyone else around the issue that I want to keep pushing to put all the Christmas decorations up, and if you need some support, go yeah. In terms of like other stuff, I was having a little bit of a Google, because Google is your best friend for research. In terms of different virtual events that we could do for like anyone who's either isolating or anyone who's kind of like staying indoors a little bit more. And especially for those people that are joining us for like our Christmas celebrations, but back home with their families. And we can do things like a Christmas quiz. I'm not gonna lie, my biggest shining moment as a student was the Tower Bar Christmas quiz in my third year, I think. And I don't think I won. I'm not gonna, I think I came like second or third maybe. But I got some Christmas fairy lights, and they had little Santas on them, which was the cutest thing ever. And there's always a drawing competition as well with the Tower Bar quiz. And I can remember it was the most ridiculous thing. You get a prompt, but obviously it was Christmas themed as well. So anyone who wants a Christmas quiz, hit us up and we'll put one together, because that would be absolutely delightful to do. But yeah, in terms of obviously films, please do keep showing us which are your favourite films. If there's a Christmas film, I don't know if you've got a favourite Christmas film from your own country, if you're an international student. Share that, because we're more than happy to look into all different films that we can share and share. I'm always happy for a suggestion, because I've probably watched the same 20 Christmas films every single year, without fail. Everyone's like, whoa, there's 20 Christmas films? Can count 5. But yeah, if there's anything you want to do, just let us know. One thing that I was thinking, and Amina, bear with, because obviously I already have a pretty fancy Christmas tree. We have some nice lights and a little star in the window. Far too Christmassy. But if anyone wants any decoration classes or anything like that, I know that sounds a bit weird, but making paper crafts, that kind of stuff. I'm a big fan of paper chains, because they always look really cute, especially in festive colours. And if anyone has ever made any, do you know the paper snowflakes you can make? Not the ones where you cut them out, but they're 3D. If anyone wants to know what I'm talking about, let me know. I'll make an Instagram story. If you like it, and if we can do the next live that we do close to Christmas, whichever lucky Sebastian cloths as it falls on, I will prompt them with some paper snowflakes. But yeah. Oh yeah. Yell just said Xmas episodes of shows. So I am a big fan throughout. So Christmas, as you can tell, I'm a big fan. If I'm ever feeling sad throughout the year, so if I ever have a rough day, or if it's a bit too sunny for my liking, I'm a big winter fan. I will literally put on whatever Xmas episode of a show that's the one that I'm watching at the moment. I used to watch Vampire Diaries, all that kind of stuff. Very cliche for it. Amina, I'll write you another list. And I'd always just work on the Christmas episode, because even if, regardless of what show it is, the Christmas episodes can never disappoint. It's the law of UK British programs. I say that Vampire Diaries is American. It's just programs.
So, Georgia, I was just wondering, is there a particular meal that people eat only on Christmas? It's the go-to meal. It has to be in every household.
Yeah, so in the UK, I know in America they usually do turkey for Thanksgiving, but in England and the UK more largely, it's turkey for Christmas, which is so cool because turkey's great. But it's basically a big Sunday roast, but fancier. So you have extra things that you'd normally have on a Sunday dinner. So you have Yorkshire puddings. Turkey is usually the main kind of part of the dinner. Some people do beef or anything like that. It just completely depends on what meat people want, but turkey's usually the big one. It's probably around about now that you'll start seeing supermarkets with massive turkeys just in freezers. It looks absolutely bizarre, but they're very, very entertaining. Roast potatoes are a big thing. People usually make them in goose fat, which weird, but when I used to eat them, very tasty. Parsnips. You'd always have loads of veg. Brussels sprouts is a very, very big one. Most people either like Brussels sprouts or absolutely hate them. It's kind of like Marmite of Christmas. But Brussels sprouts are a must. Pigs and blankets, they're a big one. But yeah, and then Yel said as well, mince pies. So they're not actual meat in them, and mince pie is a sweet dish. I wish I had some. I do have some mince meat in my kitchen actually, because I made mince pies last week. I
think I saw that on your Instagram, on your story. Was that right? Okay.
Hold on. If the camera will play ball, I can show you a picture of them whilst I get it up. But yeah, so all that kind of good food. Gravy. I think cranberry sauce is usually quite a big one, but I can't remember if that's a Thanksgiving American thing that we've taken. Not 100% sure. But yeah, turkey's like the main thing, and it being some form of like Christmas dinner type situation. But I love looking at like other countries' Christmas dinner, like what they do for Christmas dinner, because I can't remember what country it is, but I think someone does like exclusive like Chinese food for Christmas Day or something like that. It's a big thing. KFC, I think, is somewhere as well, which I mean, absolutely. um,
Um, I think, for instance, in Ghana, in some homes, they have fufu on Christmas Day. Yeah, it's a meal with soup. Some prepare like the rice meals with like all of the meat stuff and salads and veggies and all of that. So it's something similar, but we don't really have that whole turkey vibe going into the oven. And it's something that I've always admired because I'm like, yeah, these people are about to celebrate Christmas and have Thanksgiving. So you see pictures of different sizes of turkeys, which
they do look incredible. I mean, my corn roast that I get comes in like a weird log of just beige fake meat, less impressive. So you need a proper turkey. But
definitely getting a turkey this Christmas. Yeah, I need
if you
to.
if you have no plans, you can share half a turkey with Abby. I'll make her because I don't think I've ever actually cooked one without ruining it. These are my mince pies. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see. Oh,
Yeah, yeah. Right, they look really good.
They're still in the tin. But yeah, they're basically like a little pastry that you make. I made my own pastry, which is why they lasted a lot longer, but I think they were almost bulletproof by the time they'd got out of the tin. I'm not gonna lie, not my best, but gotta improve. But you make the pastry out of like it's like plain flour, unsalted butter. Apparently that's really important. And then I think it's just milk, and then you basically knead it, put it all together, put it in the trays, and then you put your mincemeat in. And the mincemeat's made up of like raisins, like sultanas, that kind of stuff. Basically, just loads of like, is a raisin a berry? Oh my gosh,
Um,
the fruit raisins are. No, I'm just gonna keep going.
yeah, I think this season will be really great to get like lots of lessons to be able to like learn certain meals and probably cook them as well. Because with all you probably see turkey and don't know how to go about the grilling process, you can get some tips from other people on baking and grilling your turkey and
Yeah.
the pies as well. They look really good, and I was like, oh, I would want to try this because I'm happy trying stuff that I can eat. Yeah.
Yeah. I think something that would be quite cool to do, and especially like we were just saying, there's so many different kind of Christmas like meal and food traditions. We could do like a run up to Christmas of like different countries' Christmas foods. That could be quite cool. If people want to see that, know what countries you want to see, let us know. If you want that, maybe go and like someone to comment. I'm trying to think. Just let us know if you're into that. Just as well, back on UK food, prawn cocktail starters. So you do generally for Christmas like a 3-course meal type situation. It gets very fancy. So you'll do your starter is either a prawn cocktail, which is like prawns in like a sauce. I think the sauce is like ketchup and mustard or something like that. Or maybe that is just the way that my family used to make it. And then like a little bit of salad. And then we'd also do fruit cocktails. My stepmom always used to get out the melon baller, which is a very interesting tool. Just makes melon fancier, essentially. Although I used to differ between that or just a can of fruit cocktail like salad, depending on how things were going. So, but yeah, and then you do your Christmas dinner. And then, I forgot stuffing as well earlier when I was talking about Christmas dinner. The stuffing is my absolute favourite part. And then for dessert, it'd either be like Christmas pudding or like some kind of like warm pudding, Christmas like cake. They are actually different things, which is weird because I think they both have the same ingredients, but there's like a different process technically. But yeah, I get so excited talking about Christmas. Amina, you're gonna have to
No, Georgia, like I said, I celebrate Christmas really well. Like it's just the season that I enjoy, and I don't know why because everyone almost everyone around the world is celebrating it. So, and it's like the holiday season as well. So, I mean, any time to meet people, be around people, have food, most importantly, and drinks, have
Yeah.
some jokes around. And yeah, so if anyone wants to, like, as Georgia mentioned, you have movie ideas, things you want to do for Christmas, just let us know. And if you have some recipes that you want to like share with us, I would be happy to take notes and share with other students as well.
Any recipes you want to like us to try out and see if we can do them, please send them
Yeah.
on. Anyone who's been looking at my Instagram recently, I am trying to try different like foods and try and make different things. I basically have too much flour and I'm just keep making dough. So anything you can put in a dough and it's Christmas themed, send it over. But yeah, I'm not seeing any other questions pop through, just loads of helpful Christmas tips. So if anyone doesn't have the time to watch the video, just have a little read by the side because Yale's pretty much documented each point and given the little extra snippets that we've forgotten. So thank you very much for our unofficial third member of the live stream. But yeah, if there's anything you need or anything you want us to add, please do email either myself or Amina. You can email any of the Sabs, but they might be a bit confused why they've got Christmas things in their inbox. My email is education@lincolnsu.com and Amina's is international@lincolnsu.com. I'm so proud that I got it right, Amina. I didn't want to repeat it when I got Lucy's wrong.
No, you came across as I've got this, Amina. I'm not going to disappoint. And I was like, yes, she did it.
It 2 months, but I finally remembered the correct email address, so we're good. But yeah, if there's anything you want or anything you need over the Christmas period, just let us know. Other than actual Christmas Day, we are probably scouring our emails anyway and our messages. But even then, if you need anything sharing, we've just had a Merhit commenting. Merhit is obviously going to be sharing some Christmas spirit with us too.
Yeah.
Send us. Well, you can share with us how they celebrate Christmas in Qatar, and we can open up the celebration, see what food you do. But we will leave you all there. Hopefully, whoever's been watching has enjoyed this. Obviously, it is quite early, despite my Christmas tree and my antlers, but actual Christmas talk. So this was like your preliminary. Oh my gosh, I'm not going to attempt to say it again because I'll mess it up. This was your pre-Christmas session. If there's anything you want us to do or anything you need us to be looking out for, please do let us know. And over the next couple of weeks, we'll be dropping more of the support we're offering over Christmas, and the different things that we're doing just to keep you guys kind of entertained, essentially. If you are still in Lincoln, do let us know, and we will make sure to keep you supported and keep you celebrating Christmas, or just celebrating. It doesn't have to be Christmas. Yeah. Anything else, Amina?
No, I think we've covered almost everything. Just let us know what your plans are for Christmas and some of the activities that you'd be interested in, and we will be happy to deliver as always.
Lovely. Right. Well, thank you, everyone, and we will see you shortly. Bye.
Bye.